Y'all already know that the Indra and the Asura are probably my two favorite monsters, at least from an aesthetic perspective. So I wanted to make sure that we covered a concept art video as quickly as humanly possible. And that's exactly what released on the channel last weekend. It's the concept art of the two new monster families. Just like in previous episodes of the series, I go through lost design docs that show us how we got to the final version of these monsters. Though normally I go through the Summoners War art book, this time I was just going through a Dropbox folder. Which maybe I shouldn't have done. But you know what? Ask for forgiveness, not for permission. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in checking out, it's live on the channel, but I'm also going to have it linked at the end. Hello, it's Evan from the future. I'm slightly more sunburned than I was before, but I wanted to talk about the new update because Summoners War is sitting on a new version number, 8.0.1. And this update fixed a lot of things that people were having troubles with after the reloaded update. The primary purpose of this update was to address some of the concerns people had surrounding mana costs and the amount of resources you have to use in the new evolution system. And in some cases, it went so far as to have the amount of resources that you need to put into something. It also lowered the amount of mana that you need to spend to up a rune to +12, which is super cool. And just a friendly reminder, if you want to see if a rune is worth keeping, don't immediately +15 or even +12 it for that matter. Just see how it rolls at 6 and 9, and that should be enough to tell you if it's worth keeping. Yeah, that's a free NAV 5. And all you have to do is enter the abyss floors of giants and dragons, which is exactly what we want to be doing anyway. But notice, you don't even have to clear it. You just have to enter it. So in the worst case scenario, you just go through several times and then you get a Transcendence Scroll. That's just value. And then at the end, once you summon that NAV 5, you get a Devilmon. So just keep making progress through the dungeons because this event is going to be with us all the way through July. So you can kind of take your time, but don't like dilly-dally. In the new monster update special celebrating the Indra and the Asura's arrival, you'll get points when you summon. And to be honest, it barely matters what you summon. You get points for Nat 3s, Nat 4s, Nat 5s. And as you go through, you'll eventually get a scroll that'll summon an Asura, guaranteed, at least a wind, water, or fire one. Then you can take that Asura, unless you have another 4-star you want to level up, and take it into the monster skill level up event that's happening simultaneously. And for this one, all you have to do is your dailies. Then you'll get free skill ups for a 5-star of your choice, a 4-star, and a second awakened monster. Now that's a lot of Devilmon just waiting on that page. And you know we just returned from Dallas and we're already heading somewhere else. The next stop in the Tour of America's 2023 chain has been announced, and we're heading to Chicago. Registration for that is already live, and if you think you can be in or around the area around this time, then you should register using the link down below. And just a reminder to everyone at home, we do stream Wednesdays and Fridays at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Earlier this week on Wednesday, for instance, I did a live beginner's guide with Katie on Trial of Katie. I think this is episode 4 now, though I'm starting to lose count, but to be honest, the number doesn't really matter. It's the progression that matters, and the friends that we made along the way. So if that sounds good to you, you should maybe give us a follow. All the information is right down there. Thanks, editor. There's that video that I talked about during the episode. Make sure that you picked up your Devilmon from the arena shop and that you're rolling your runes in the events page. That's right, I haven't forgotten about that. Make sure that you're going for that +18 speed. Got my eye on you. See y'all right back here for episode 231. Bye-bye. Hey, what's going on, chat? We're starting a minute early because it's my stream and I do what I want. Brendan P, what's up? Swagster B, Skullstar 123. Heavens, did you guys all like coordinate this or what? Did you guys say like, oh, we're gonna show up to Evan's stream with rhyming names today? And that's the name of the game. One Satires, how you doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, man. It's been a really nice morning so far. It's a nice Friday today. Oh, sorry guys, I'm like in an event screen and stuff. How are we, guys? Oh, hold on. I'm all scattered because like now I'm playing Summoners War. I can't just start playing Summoners War when I start the stream. It's a bad way to get going. Welcome everybody. Today we're doing account reviews and progression tips. So if you haven't been to one of these things before, what we do is you jump in chat channel number 9 because that's the number of years that Summoners War is, but years old. And then I hop on your Sky Island and I give you personalized advice. That intro was very informative. I love it. Awesome, dude. Thank you. Just waiting for my app to update. Excellent. And I'm already in chat channel 9, so if you guys want to join, please do. We can talk about entirely new content today, which is kind of fun because we've got the intro of the Abyss dungeons. What's the ideal team for the new Dragon Abyss? One Satires, this is great. I love this. This is exactly what I want to chat about. So I have done free-to-play teams for all of them. I'm not using a free-to-play team right now, though. I'm actually using this. I'm doing Verd, Lauren. Actually, the only thing that isn't farmable in here is Martina. So I'm using something that I was previously using the Water Demon in Veromos' slot, but I was like, I don't know. I kind of prefer Veromos, which is crazy. I actually think, I mean, everybody knows it. It's not exactly a secret anymore, but Veromos is crazy for PvE now. He is a PvE god. And I think that's great for him because he had kind of fallen off for a while. And we knew that those buffs were good, right? Like, I've been talking about Veromos in the videos, but like, not until they provided a boss with even more HP do we realize just how crazy that skill 2 damage scaling is. It's actually really good. And now I think it's obvious that like Veromos is definitely going to be everybody's first fusion. Like, he might have just wiped out Sig, to be honest. Like, the advent of these dungeons might have just accidentally fired Sigmar's. Vero's so good, says Swagster B. What can I use instead of Martina because I don't have her? Honestly, what you could just do instead is you could do Spectra Belladion instead, or you could do Spectra Chilling in this slot. You could do either of these. My team is kind of slow because I'm not going for like a super speedy thing. I want consistency, and even more so than before. Oh, actually, I just realized I can't go on people's islands while I'm doing this, so let me stop my farm. I'm going to stop farming for you guys, because I love you guys and I want to make sure that you guys get your questions answered. I can always farm after. Don't worry. But I really like watching this team do its thing. I think I've been craving featuring the twins again. You know, I think I've really been wanting to see a team that's like viable with the twins. Otik says, hey guys, any Lynn replacements? Oh, totally. Yeah, you could absolutely replace Lynn. Here, let me show you. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, I was showing you things that you could use instead of Lynn. Where is Lynn? That's not Lynn. There she is. This is Lynn. My Lynn isn't even that crazy. Like, she's got kind of low crit rate. So if you wanted to replace Lynn, right, because she's got max HP damage scaling on every single skill. So she is really good. I don't know if you guys saw Genesis Prime's video, but a few days ago he set the record with a Shaman, because Shaman has the same skill 2 as Spectra, but it doesn't glance. What I've been using, though, is I love a Kamamir. A Kamamir has the same... Look at this. I don't even have him skilled up all the way. Wow, that is hilarious. This guy was actually part of my very first GB10 clear all the way back in 2017, and I just put him in the storage, and I guess I never upped him, which is kind of a bummer. Maybe I'll summon some Ifrits, and I'll give him some snacks. Yum, yum, yum. I really like a Kamamir as the second damage dealer, though that isn't necessarily who's replacing Lynn, because Lynn is a third, right? So you've got Veromos, you have a Kamamir, then you need one more. That one more could be Naomi. In fact, mine was Naomi before then, and it did just fine. Naomi's great because not only... I don't think she's... Oh, she is still Rune. She's still Rune. Naomi's really cool because not only does she not require any crit rate at all in order to crit, but she also offers, one, she's got branding effect that she can put on. She also makes it so that she deals additional damage based on harmful effects on the enemy, and there will be quite a few by the point she goes. And to top it all off, she's wind, so she doesn't even need HP because the boss is going to glance on her more often than not. So I think Naomi is probably my favorite here. Okay, perfect. There we go. We're all done with that. Now let's go into the chat and see what people are asking for. Advice to get G2 RTA. You know what? That would be a really funny... that would be a very funny like episode of this stream where I just give I just make up advice on the spot. I'm just like, oh yeah, just pick Hanwoo. That's the way. Just Hanwoo your way to G2. I've nearly got her second awaken, just need another 30%. Thank you. You're welcome, dude. Yeah, honestly, she's great. You're going to notice that it's a little less damage, right? Because it isn't max HP scaling. It's scaling with debuffs. She's still awesome. Pick someone else, says Mark. I will. I was just looking at your profile. Hello, Evan in chat. I'm ready, Evan. Hit me. Okay, Swagster. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got, Swagster. Ooh, Abyss normal. No Abyss hard yet? No Abyss hard? We could maybe check in to see what you could do to do the Abyss Heart. Oh, I love that you're using the Fire Chun-Li for the spiritual realm for the crit rate buff. She's a really good crit rate buffer. She also increases attack bar. God, am I talking really fast today? Like, I feel like I'm talking so quick. Talking Fast is brought to you by the Chicago Meetup. It's happening on August 12th. Come to us. Motive just posted the registration link in the chat. You can also use the QR code that's in the bottom there. You can scan that QR code to register for it. So Swagster B says that SR clear is too unreliable. Oh, I'm talking about Larkian. I was catching up on what Larkian had said. Okay, we could try to think about other options. Have you guys seen the option that includes Seek, the Fire Hellhound? Seek is getting attention out of nowhere, and I absolutely love it for him, dude. I don't even have a Seek anymore. I fed mine, which I kind of feel bad about, because, I mean, he gets all of us through, like, the opening stages of scenario. Verd, Tark, ×2, Rauk, and Aster. You mean Seek. I was going to say, I thought you meant Seek. Yeah, exactly. Seek, double Rauk, and Aster. So again, that amended, because I read it before it was amended. Verd, Seek, 2 times 2A Rauk, and Aster. That is such a cool team. I love that. And I already have 2 2A Rauks, which is really cool. I wonder if I should try it. Would it be kind of fun to try it on stream? Maybe. The other thing to think about is you do get your crit rate back if you're applying buffs. If you're applying buffs, you do get it back. Okay, let's go in and see what you got in terms for Giants Abyss. Oh, excuse me. If it's tuned fine and got enough damage, I get 30-35 seconds average, says Larkian. That's pretty good. So we were talking about, I think I saw that Sigmaris was in your team, right? I don't think I was tripping. Sigmaris does have max HP damage scaling. However, I think it's a little less than Veromos, right, guys? Chat, can I get confirmation on that? I feel like Sigmaris' HP damage scaling is not as good as the Ifrits. So to me, what I would suggest, it is lackluster. Thank you, Swagster B. Oh, Versatile, what's going on? I didn't see you said hey. Sorry about that. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Sig definitely needs more crit, but wait. The reason I didn't... So here's the thing, Kaiser. I don't even want to suggest a change to Sig. I actually think we may want to replace Sig. I think instead we may want to do Veromos ruined on crit damage. So something I want to talk about right now, and we'll probably come back to it, is Veromos' role has very much changed. He used to be support or hybrid damage. Now his primary role is damage, which is kind of crazy. So ruining him on rage is way better now. And it's actually, I don't even know if anybody thought of it before. So I first saw this in a Say Shizo video on day 1 when the update came out, right? So he had his Vero ruined on rage. I put mine on rage and I really like it. I'm sure you could also do Violent, and Violent should be fine because he only hits once. And if he procs, he's going to get into that skill 2 faster. But to me, I would say defaulting, no matter what you do, should be speed, crit damage, attack, or even attack, crit damage, attack if you can get enough speed in the subs. I think mine is speed, crit damage, attack. Basically, slot 4 should always be that. Hi, Evan. TGIF, says Eileen. Eileen! TGIF indeed. Oh, I'm going to play some MTG tonight. I'm very excited. I'm drafting. Striking, says Evan. Hi, Evan. Good to see you, Striking. My SR team has 2 healers. Oh, no. Very reliable, but takes 2 minutes and 44 seconds. I'm too impatient for that time. I feel you, Mikey. I totally feel you. Well, we were just talking about a team. We just mentioned Verd, Seek, who's the Fire Hellhound, 2 Second Awakened Rauks, and then, who did I forget? I forgot somebody. Well, that's 4, right? Wait, no. Yeah, Verd. Who did I forget? I forgot somebody. Oh, Aster, the Fire Magic Knight. Who should I build first? Fire Totem Master or Wind Desert Queen? Whoa, versatile. There's some stuff to unpack with that, so we'll have to talk about that in a little bit. So HP, crit damage HP for Vero, attack does very little for enemy HP scaling. That's a very good point. So if you find that he's if you find that he's dying a lot, Putting him on HP is fine. Basically, slot 4 should be crit damage. This is what we need to take home. It does help with the waves. You're right about that, Larkian. Okay, so we've kind of talked about Veromos to death, right? We've talked about him a ton. Remember, I love that you've got a Zeratul, but Zeratul actually isn't the best choice for Giants because the boss is immune to dots. Yeah. The boss is immune to the dots from skill 1. So I think maybe what we should do instead here, if you have an Akamamir, which is the Wind Ifrit, I would love to put him in as the second damage dealer. I like recommending him because he is free to play. You can use Crow as your third damage, or what I like doing is I also like recommending people use Rosvelg for early ones. I like Rosvelg as an early damage. You could, it might be a little slow, but I mean, you could do Vero, Rosvelg, Crow, and then, I don't like Fran Lauren. I don't. I prefer Bella Dion if you're going to go for a healer. And then I've seen some people talking about Second Awakened Royd as your defense breaker. I don't like that he multi-hits still. I'm not a multi-hit fan, but if you're down with that, you can. Okay, let me see. Cowlick Kim says, check my account and give advice. Rukak says, I just ran Pungbeak with protection around him and hit 2 minutes in Giant's Abyss. Need to do some experimenting. Sorry, guys. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Swagster B says, yeah, he also dies after 2 hits. Did not pull him. Oh, for Kamamir. And then Wizcard says, you skip my comment? If you don't want to, it's fine. Just really need help to get further in the game. Wizcard. So, guys, this is... just remember, guys, I'm trying to keep my eyes on a minimum of two chats, sometimes 3 chats at once, if you count this one. So sometimes some messages will just kind of slip through the cracks. If I accidentally skip over you, that is definitely not my intention. I don't deliberately ignore people. I will accidentally ignore people just because, I mean, it just happens, you know, but I definitely don't mean to. I need help with my dot team, and what should I work on, says Saitama's dad. Saitama's dad? Oh my gosh, you must be really proud of your son. Okay, so what's the dot team? Are you using the dot team for Steel Fortress? Is that what you're planning on using it for? Or are you thinking about improving it for Giants B10? Whoa, 4 minutes. We can improve that. Craig, what's up, dude? Bakugo Barrage, we're chilling in chat channel number 9. I'm on the global server for right now, but if there's enough interest for like Europe later, I can totally go there. All of the dungeons, to be honest. Okay, let's jump in. Let's talk about it. I love it. We got Saitama's dad here. We got Bakugo Barrage. Anybody watch season 2, episode 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen yesterday? I loved it. It was so pretty. I love all the supplemental stuff. I'm caught up on the manga. I could be talking to myself right now. So there's a very good chance that nobody. Well, surely somebody watches JJK. No problem. Just as if you could do an account review on my account, I'm level 50. 30 days played. I can do Abyss, but I don't know what to focus on further. Absolutely, Wizcard. How long will the stream last? I've got time for probably about 1 more hour. Probably. Dude, it was crazy, that one guy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, I know, Swagster B. The recent chapters have been so good, bro. Dude, so good. Everybody's talking about the hugs. I love it. Everybody's talking about it. No, the recent chapters of JJK have been so fun. Mikey says, I didn't see it came out. Yes, it is. It came out, but it came out late. They said it would came out at like 8 a.m. and it ended up coming out at like 10. Didn't even realize it came out. Y'all gotta watch it. It's really fun. I'm a big JJK fan. The manga right now, I know, dude. The manga right now is like everything. I'm sorry, this is a way longer tangent than I thought it was gonna be. The manga right now is so sick, and it's tragic because I'm thinking about like if we're just hitting like, you know, the Shibuya arc, the hidden inventory arc right now. That means that what's being covered in the manga right now is not gonna get covered for like years. Okay. Moving on. Anyway, the public is everybody else who's not reading the manga is gonna flip when this gets animated. I'm gonna flip when it gets animated. So the question was for the dot team. So we can absolutely still talk about the dot team, and I still think that these old hyper efficient teams are relevant. And the reason for that is because the Abyss floors are seasonal. So I know that nobody's mentioned this in like the chat yet, but like I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, Tricaru's dead, dot team is dead. They're absolutely not dead. You're still going to need a team to farm when the abyss floors are gone. So all that investment isn't going to go, isn't just going to go away, right? That's not what it is. Do they have Vero Rune? Great question. Because we'll probably want to use Veromos along with the dot team. 20% crit rate. We'll have to adjust this. We'll definitely have to adjust this. Good crit damage though, but like we will change this up a little bit. I see that there's an attempt to try to do swift energy. If you can find more crit rate on these slots, that'd be awesome. But the rare rune, I love this tag. I love that I get to see the rarity of these runes. I think that, dude, I'm like, I didn't even think about what this would mean for account reviews and progression tip streams. Like, this is so cool. Phantom Bell, never watched JJK. What is it about? That's a long synopsis, but if you enjoy things like Hunter x Hunter and stuff, you'll really like it. I find that if you enjoy Hunter x Hunter, then you'll like it. Thanks for the chilling suggestion for Dragon's Abyss. I'm killing it. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. B10s are important to get to Abyss hard. Totally. I just changed Fran to Belladon. Much better. Thank you. Awesome. Dude, I'm so happy to see that. Otsutsuki. Are you saying Abyss goes away? I thought it just changed every 6 months. So Craig, it cycles. So it cycles through dungeons. They change something every 6 months, but should be permanently added. Larkian, I believe that it's moving. I have no idea. Save teams in dungeons like you can in lab. First thing I would do in Rune. Vero. Saw you were live on YouTube and hopped over to watch. Thumbs up. Awesome, dude. Thank you for joining. Thank you for hopping over, Raven Dusk. So yeah, Veromos is ruined, but I think we should rune him differently. If you're struggling with the dot team, Veromos is an awesome leader for it. You're going to want to use Sath, right? Obviously. I see that he's on Violent Focus. He doesn't necessarily need to be on double shield, or double will shield if you're using Veromos. However, he does need more HP than this. He has a lot of attack. You can take him off of attack and instead go for HP. To me, this looks like it was a move to try to get a focus set in there so that you nail that 100% accuracy, if I'm not mistaken. But, 91, 90, yeah, I would probably swap him out. You can keep Violent, but he needs to be as close to 20k additional HP as possible. You can drop all the attack. You can drop all of the attack. He doesn't need any attack at all, because all he needs to do is land dots. That's it. He is an attack type, which is a little bit confusing. Lauren falls into that same issue where it's like she is an attack type monster, but what she offers is support. So I would like that. I would like that changed personally. Melia, you don't really need tons of advice on. Oh, she's a little too slow though, actually. Oh, this one's not fully ruined. I like having one that is fast on Swift and another that's on Violent. That's just me. You can do whatever you feel is right. You can also go for the variant that uses the water homunculus as long as you have it. I don't think... Oh, it's not fully powered up just yet. Oh, guys, let me post the survey in chat. Only needs 85 accuracy. Is the 100% accuracy even needed? No. It's not. You don't need 100%. Oh, yeah, Wizcard. I'll jump over to EU. Xanambomb! Dude, we're friends in game. Is this early season harder? Finished my placements F3 and only lost after them. Valingchen. I don't know, actually. So I'm saving my placement battles for next Friday. It's hard to wait, but it's worth the wait because I think the plan is to have Spires come on the stream and help coach my placements, which would be really fun. So so we're already planning for it. So if you want to see what an SWC competitor would do with my placements, like coaching me through the games, like it'll be fun. Ooh, snipe his placements. Yeah, but it'll be a bad time to snipe my placements, dude. I'll have Spires. 2 heads are better than 1, especially if one of them is Spires' head. Oh. Also, come to us as sneaky. I've wanted Wusa for 2 years now. I popped Wusa with a blessing, and the Wind Indra was there as the second option, so still Wusa-less, but hey, Indra. I don't blame you, Raven Dusk. He's awfully cool looking. I would take the Indra. I got Wind Indra too. Highly underwhelming, in my opinion. I think there's room to adjust, for sure, but, like, I just love them thematically. I gotta say, I think that their kit is pretty stellar. Let me jump away from this Saitama's dad. Oh, guys. My sorry fam, let me jump back in real quick. Rhinor says, sup, first time on Summoner's War stream. Welcome. I'm so glad you got here. Thanks for hanging out. I'm glad that you made your way over. We're doing account reviews and progression tips. This is where I hang out in chat channel 9 and I just jump on people's islands. It just look at my account. This is from It's A on YouTube. Give me a general direction. Feels like I'm just kind of lost after returning to the game. Totally. So if you can, guys, chat channel 9. So sorry I got booted out. I hit that. There's this bug that I swear only affects me. So jump in chat channel 9 and let me know what you need help with. Oh, hey, it's A. Look at this. Perfect. We were just talking to... Absolutely. So it's A wants general progression help. Like a direction. Anytime. Anytime, Jacob Green. So let's see what's going on. So you said that you've newly returned to the game. You've done the Giants Keep Abyss normal. Oh, and you know what? I actually really like your team, but there's a couple changes that we can make that's going to make it a little better. I would even reckon that maybe you could clear hard. Just looking at this without anything else, if you move Veromos to be leader, take out Fran, and put in Bella Dion, it should clear, just based on that. Because I've actually done this team. I even used Galleon for... I actually used Galleon for my current one. I may have taken him out for safety's sake, but... Oh, Larkin, Evan, I was looking at the dev note, and it says a season for Giants and Abyss from June 2023, November, December 20... Doesn't make sense if the boss only is around for 1 month. Thank you. Thank you for checking that. Okay, so let's talk about this. So again, I'm trying to remember what your team was. Sorry, my mind is jumping to so many different places at once. We're going to put Veromos as your leader. We're going to swap out Fran for Bella Dion. I don't see a Bella Dion in here, but like he's pretty easy to get. Thank you, Larkin. Yeah, thank you for double checking. I'm just checking real quick. There's one. There's our boy, Bella Dion. I like to have Bella Dion second awaken just for the bonus stats, but you don't necessarily need to do the same thing. Oh, I thought this was Martina, and I was like, oh my gosh, you have the comp. Guys, it's also so tragic. I also am not a big fan of... I don't like Lauren in the Giants Abyss. It's so sad. I mean, unless you have like an extremely tuned comp. Oh, this is... I've seen people use Teshar. I think Jug was playing around with Teshar as well. I have not gotten the chance to use mine yet. I haven't played around with him. I did play around with Lucian a little bit, though. So let's talk about something safe, because I think safety is the name of the game. Veromos is your leader. I think Crow can be your second damage. Krosvelg is your hybrid support damage. You were going to use Bella Dion instead of Fran. We're going to use Bella... Where did that little dog go? We're going to use Bella Dion instead. And then I really like Shannon. It hurts me to say this because I've been talking trash on Shannon my whole life, but I am using Shannon now. I've actually second awakened to Shannon, and I've been using her in Giants. Oh, hold on, guys. Let me catch up with chat. Larkian says, Veromos, Shannon, Lauren is a good start for Abyss Hard if you don't mind longer runs. Now, the only thing is I don't like Lauren still, only because of the multi-hits. Multi-hits are way more punishing now. There she is. There she blows. We found her. One time for the one time. So yeah, I would maybe second awaken Shannon, or just build her first and see what you do, see how you like her. Non-free-to-play options that aren't Deborah. I do not use Deborah, actually. Shannon, it's the multi-hits changed to single hits. Exactly, totally. Let's talk about it, actually. Larkian just laid out everything that makes Shannon so good. Attack buff and defense buff. What do I always say, guys? Damage not taken is health not lost, which is healing. Shannon is a healer by proxy. She also buffs your damage, and if you rune her on Despair, she can actually make the run up to the boss a lot easier because she has a chance to stun. She can attack all. She then decreases speed, making it so they get to their turn slower, and she puts glancing. Glancing is also healing. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Dude, things that are healing. Glancing. Attack break, kinda. Defense buff. These are all healing. Royd, so Larkian says that Royd might be better. He might be. The only thing is that I don't like the multi-hits. But he is good. I've used him. He is good. Let me see what I use real quick. What am I using? Okay. Giants hard. So this is my team right now. I've played around with Lucian. I've played around with Hrosvelg instead of Lyn. I've used Lauren here. I have used Royd here too. I have used Royd. But to me, this is a really good comp. If you're new to the game, like, you can do this and it should work. You could do this and it should work. Actually, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I would put, if you're going to change anything out for Royd, I think it'd be the Belladon, to be honest. Do you think Megan could take Shannon's place? I don't think it's ideal, to be honest. Here's why. The reason why Shannon is extra ideal is because the glancing is actually huge. Megan's skill 1 doesn't do anything to the boss. Neither does her skill 2. Technically, you can strip the attack buff, but by that point, if you're running a Belladon comp, you're already stripping the attack buff. It's totally fine. Also, Megan is not going to get glanced on. The thing about Shannon is that because she's off element from the boss, when he attacks her, there's a lot of times where she's just not going to take much damage just because she's wind. So I don't even know if it's worth it just for the elemental relationship, if I'm being totally honest. Maybe back in the day when the stakes were lower, absolutely, but now, not so much. Yeah, Shannon is all of a sudden the best support. Totally. Channel 9, guys. Channel 9. Summoner's War is 9 years old. I'm going to post the survey link in the chat, too. Glance plus wind is 100% glance. Exactly. Very well said, Larkian. If the boss has glancing on and your wind, they have to glance. There's no other choice. Unless there are external factors. Very true. I can do 25-second GB10, but can't do sub-60 Abyss, Bakugo Barrage. So I totally get it. We're all going to get speed teams one day. That's the goal. However, consistency is the goal. If you can do a minute 30, do a minute 30. Like, honestly, the rewards are good enough now. You know, like, pre 8.0.1, maybe not. But, like, now post 8.0.1, it's totally worth it to just do a slightly slower Abyss run. Okay, let's do this. I don't have Lyn. Can Hina work instead? Guys, help me out. Hina? Who's Hina? Wait, isn't there a search? Can I search? Hina. Search. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of a bad sign if I don't know the monster's name. It's kind of a bad... I was going to say, probably if I don't know the monster's name, then probably not. To me, I mean, I haven't tried is the real answer. Like, when I say that, like, if I haven't heard it, I would probably not. I'm mostly joking. But I wouldn't. I think that there's better options for Lyn. I think you could... so... You can Lyn it, right? So let's assume Veromos Akamamir. Veromos Akamamir, you can do Lyn in this slot, you can do Crow, you can do Hrosvelg for a support damage hybrid. Because here's the thing, Hrosvelg doesn't do so much damage that I want to, like, say, oh, he's a straight up damage dealer. In fact, I actually have an Abyss dungeon guide coming out, not this weekend, but the weekend after. But, like, in that video, I talk about how Hrosvelg is damage, but he facilitates damage too because of the branding. He's more there for the speed buff. Samurai Slime. That's a really good question. I will absolutely answer that real quick. So Samurai Slime asks the question, what is the deal with Triple Ikaru? Is it because of the counter? The thing with Triple Ikaru is that it's actually based on their second skill. Their second skill, Team Up, scales how many people you take with you on that team up based on their defense. If you give them enough defense, right, they can pull a total of 3 extra monsters. So that means 4 are attacking. If you're counting the Ikaru that's using team up, 3 of them will jump. Now, if you only run 4 monsters, let's say you run 3 Icarus and a Vertihile. Remember, Vertihile, every time he crits, he increases attack bar. If you have every single one of these Icarus with enough defense, then you will pull every single monster every single time, thus gaining 40% attack bar on every single attack, which is enough to lap. You're gaining more than 100% attack bar, which means in a turn-based game, all of the turns are yours. That is basically triple Icaru in a nutshell. Okay. Let's go into here. Let's talk about this. Yes, well said. And Larkian, that's the missing ingredient that I forgot to mention. Whenever you team up, it reduces the cooldowns of the monsters you bring with you because it counts as taking a turn. And so, like, then team up becomes immediately available again. Chowder says, hello, are you a dev for Come To Us? I'm not a dev, but I do work for Come To Us. I'm actually on the marketing team for Come To Us now. I've been with the company for 6 years, actually. Okay. I'm scrolling back up because I've missed a ton of people down here. Hi, help me. Please, I got back after 6 years for Reloaded. I spent more than 600 since, and I feel stuck. Nat 5-inch PP. And like, the name is really funny. Nice Nat 5s. Nice Nat 5-inch, by the way. These are great. So, I take it this is a new account? Or is this... Wait, actually, I'm sorry. I can answer that question myself. So you made this a long time ago. It was made in 2020. Now you're back 3 years later. I think... maybe I'm getting my timeline mixed up here. iChowder says, do you know where I can report a bug to Chronicles? Well, actually, there's a Chronicles stream later today. You could either 1, submit a customer support notification. 2, you can let them know on stream. Those are a couple different avenues that you can take. But also, if you tell me as well, I might be able to relay it to them. But I would recommend also giving it directly. Schlapu, yeah. Put save teams in dungeons like you can in lab. Dude, Dr. Delight. That would be so nice. For new accounts, Giants is absolutely still the goal. Giants B10 is definitely still what you need to do. Honestly, guys, doing those Trial of Katie streams has been such like an eye-opening experience from like a new player progression standpoint. It's like, I mean, we all know it. We know that this game should be called Ruiner's War. This is about runes more than anything, but it's like Giants gives you the runes you need to play the game. So if you can get to Giants B10, that's the goal. So let's recommend some comps for it. Let's talk about it. We're talking GB10. We're not talking Abyss. GB10, you can use Veromos, you can use Fran, you can use Lauren. If you want to build with the Abyss in mind, we can do that. But I don't think I want to like, I think that I'm going to recommend the starter team. We can do Veromos, we can do Fran, Lauren. These are your 6-star targets. These are big helpful monsters that'll aid you in your journey. I would bring Bernard even up to 5-star because he adds a level of stability to new teams. Heck, you could even do Shannon as your last monster, though. If you can find Crow the Dark Inugami on the weekend, I think that would be the last one that I'd recommend for this. So GB10 is the place to go. Farm whatever floor you can in the meantime to get runes. That's the answer. And great job getting Veromos, by the way. Necropolis, help, please. I'm glad that I caught this before it went off the edge here, because I'm glad I caught that, because we haven't talked about Necro at all. So let's talk about it. Oh, and also, I think someone asked what the link was for the Chronicles stream later. They stream on this exact same Twitch channel. If you're watching on Twitch, it's the same channel. Twitch.tv/ComeToUsUSA. 13 minutes! 13, oh, dude, we can make that. Vanitas, oh wow, I caught a stream. How you doing, Evan? I'm doing great. Vanitas, are you a Kingdom Hearts fan? Am I allowed to say that? Is the mouse gonna come after me if I say that name? God, you guys have cool interests. We've talked about JJK. We've talked about My Hero. Now, are we about to talk about Kingdom Hearts? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Nice, Vanitas. Awesome. Okay. The question for this account was Necro B10, so we're going to focus on that. But I would implore you guys, if anybody is having a hard time clearing Abyss, or if you have a run that is longer than, say, like 2 minutes or so, just kind of listen to whatever we talk about for Abyss and try to apply it to your own account. Clarkston says, are y'all fans of solo leveling? I am not, but I plan to be one day. I am not currently, but I'd like to be. That is because I'm kind of hyped that I know that I'm hyped that they're making an anime for that one, right? You guys should really do these on the weekends since us professionals have work. Yeah, I know it's kind of tough, Kevin, because this is work. Because I work for Come To Us as well, so you know I'm full time, so I really only have. That'd be like kind of tough for me to do on the weekends because normally I've got other obligations as well. So let's talk about Necro B10. You do have the twins. The twins work here, which is awesome. But I'm going to talk about just slightly augmenting what you've got currently. I love that you're using Fran and Lauren. I think Fran and Lauren are so essential for Necro, at least for starter teams, because they both hit 3 times on skill 1. What was a negative for Giants is now a huge boon in Necro. You can use Fran and Lauren, just make sure that they're moving first on the comp. If you want to do full starter team, you can do a second Awakened Rogue following right after them, or you could even do a Crow. Basically, what we're looking for here is a team-up effect. That's what we're looking for. I want one more unit moving in between them and the damage dealer, though. So I like a second Awakened Rogue here, because if you, obviously, right, like let's say worst case scenario, Fran heals, Lauren might hit 3 times. The boss still has 4 hits left on the shield in this hypothetical situation. So you want to bring a second Awakened Rogue so that way he pulls people with team-up, and thus you reduce the last few hits of the shield. Then you can bring Crow as your damage dealer, and for the final slot of the free-to-play starter team, I recommend Aergar the Dark Vampire Lord. However, for your specific situation, you have the twins, and the twins are great here because they can hit multiple times. You can do something that is like Fran, Lauren, or just Fran twins, 2A row, Crow. Like that works. I would do maybe Fran, Lauren, 2A rogue, Sabrina Talia. You could also do Aergar, Fran for the attack buff still, twins, and then 2A rogue. Let me see. Yeah, the anime is coming out soon. The source material is amazing. I'm very stoked. Very stoked about that. Oh, Schlapu, do you just want me to type in Chat Channel 9? Yeah, that'd be great. That would be awesome. So that's my recommendation. So again, I really like Second Awakened Rauk for this. If you are planning to build Tricaru, you can use 3 Icarus and an Astar, or a 3 Icarus and a Shaman is ideal. If you have the Light Griffin, he is by far the best damage dealer. Ah, there he is. There he is. So there you go. That's the answer. Instead of Crow, you can run Shaman. Shaman is going to always be the best damage dealer for Necro because he deals 100% increased damage against Dark Attribute. And the boss is very much Dark Attribute. Kubi Supreme. Oh no, did it just go? Oh, I got it. Okay, cool. Kubi Supreme. Can you review my progress? Am I spreading my runes too thin? Dude, this looks hype. This looks great. Give me just 1 second. I gotta hydrate. In the meantime, guys, I just posted the survey on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, you can use command new survey. Yes, Z's. Or is it XYZ? Or do you pronounce it XYZ or do you like Z's? Like, do you pronounce it all as one? And yeah, just chat. For chat channel number 9, just let me know what you got going on. Tell me your name. I love hearing your Twitch or YouTube handle wherever you're watching, so that way I know who I'm talking to as well. How do I get in line for some tips? Just started playing 3-ish weeks ago. Chat channel 9 is the place to be. David, I'm glad that you're here and I'm glad that you're playing. Let me just look around on this account. Z's nuts? Says this tree? XYZ? Z's? Do you guys like Cadiz? Please review Senpai. Would Davis Sabrina be a better set of twins for Necro? Perhaps, Atlas, perhaps. But I liked Talia's raw damage. The raw damage is just really, really strong. This is a great water demon. That is great. That is dope. I won't spend too much time on here because that account looks really, really good. Bakugo Blast. Bakugo Blast. Wait, are you Bakugo Barrage? That would be, frankly, it would be wild if you weren't. Right? It would be crazy if you weren't. Okay, perfect. All right, so you wanted a review? Let's talk. So you hit G1 in Arena. You've been playing for a long time. Wow, 2015. You've been playing longer than I have. So for reference, I started in January 2017. I started playing Summoner in January 2017 with one previous download. That one previous download was, I think it was when it just came out, and then I started playing in earnest when my manager at an unnamed gaming retail store, Game Go was playing a game under the register, and I asked him what it was, and it was Summoner's War, and so I downloaded it because he really liked it, and then lo and behold, I started working for the company, which is wild when I think back. But okay, so you've got a really stable clear team. Bakugo says, lol, kind of same. I stopped for a bit at first and then came back fierce. Yeah, right? It's surprising how many people have that same story. Wow. This looks pretty great, dude. You've done a great job. Oh my gosh, do you have look at this. I don't have any transmog Tricarus. Salve Brasil! Sejam bem-vindos na live do Come to Us. Tudo beleza? I haven't gotten a single... Oh, tudo bem. Tudo bem, lindão. Obrigado. Tudo bem, Shash? Tudo bem? I really want this. I really want a Shizuka. Matthew says, oh my god, you speak another language? Not exactly. I know how to say adoro picanha and like... Oh, Valentin, wow, your Portuguese has improved a lot, Evan. Oh, obrigado. Now, I honestly, like, I don't speak another language, Matthew. I just know enough Portuguese to make people laugh. I know how to say quite a few phrases because of Seppi. Seppi taught me a lot. Bom dia. Yeah, bom dia. Boa tarde. Brasil. Eu amo Brasil, chat. Love it. That's so cool. Você fala português muito bem. Muito bem. Obrigado. In Brazil, we say Evan. Oh, interesting. That's so dope. Thank you. Thank you, chat. I love you guys. Y'all are great. Y'all are awesome. Dude, this account looks pretty stacked, man. Thank you, Matthew. Y'all are awesome. The switch up. Yeah. Sei demais. Sei demais. No. I'm totally kidding. Can you check my account? I need help clearing Rift Raid 4 Dimension Hole. So many units, very unsure of what to use. That is... decision fatigue is a real thing. I want a Battle Angel transmog. My Fire Battle Angel deserves a new skin with how hard she tears up Arena. Let's go. Yeah. Dude, my review is that this is actually, it's a really good account. Let me check on your Savannah real quick, actually, because like wait, where is she? Oh, she might be in storage. I'm pretty sure I saw a Savannah in that comp, right? Unless she's like new. She's new. Oh, what LDs do you got? Dude, see, this is, I'm just like perusing. Oh my God. Audrey. Plaza? Question mark? What the Destiny? Oh my gosh, there she is. There she blows. There's the Savannah. On Swift right now. She doesn't need a lot of HP for Giants, right? She does, it's true. You know, it looks a little low, but she doesn't exactly need it. Wow. Oh, not again. Sorry, guys. If you posted something, sorry guys, if you posted something in 9, you gotta post it again. It's my bad. Hey, take this time, scan the QR code if you're going to Chicago. If you can make it to Chicago, you can scan that QR code. I don't know what to grind right now either. You're welcome, Bakugo. Dude, great account. Thank you for sharing. Senpai. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me go in. Let's go. Oh, but yeah, I could use some help. I'm struggling on SR10 and TOA hard. Okay, these are new conversations. These are new conversations. I like this. So SR10, guys. I think the SR10 team that we talked about on stream, right, is Verd, Astar, who is the Fire Magic Knight, double 2A Rogue, and Seek. Now, normally it's kind of rare when I ask you to 2A 2 of the same monster outside of Tricaru, right? Like Tricaru is its own thing. I've loved Rogue since day one. I love Second Awakened Rogue, and I actually have 2 already because of the old Punisher's Crypt teams. Yeah, Astar is worth the build, actually. Astar is definitely worth a build. And I'm pretty sure Astar might be able to get replaced. The only thing is that, like, the double 2A Rauk is really valuable with Astar. Astar's passive... Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. I just fought a personal battle there. The double 2A Rauk makes Astar really valuable because every time she's pulled, she's getting that bonus from her passive, which is that she deals more damage if the enemy has more HP than her. Like, that's basically what you want to do with Astar. So I'm inclined to recommend that team because, one, the Inugami dungeon to Second Awaken is easier than most. You can just do Fran, Lauren, Verd, and just put runes on the Inugami, and then you got it. And Seek we've all had since the beginning. So to me, I think that's probably the answer to SR10, at least for now. But let's talk TOA hard. So let's see where you're at there. 83. Guys, what's floor 84? What is floor 84? I've also seen China as a replacement for Rogue. Nice. Ron says Rogue is my favorite monster from the OGs. Dude, I love him so much. And he's part of why I like Carlos so much. Because I really think that Carlos is basically the essence of Rogue, just even more stylish. You know, just triggering on any death. But, like, I think that he's really cool. Hydrate, says Swagster B. Thank you. I'll do so. Big Papa has 3 Rogues built for an old speed team that they used to use. Just can't remember it. Dude, I had the hardest time remembering the starter team for PC 10. I don't know if you guys were here in chat that day, but I remember that it used to be something along the lines of, like, Fire Homunculus, 2A Rogue, Jolt Hand to absorb the hits, and then Colleen. I think that's it. Can I use Carlos in SR10? I would not, because they serve different purposes there, right? Like, they serve very different purposes. You want the team up from Rogue and the defense break. Carlos offers neither. Where Carlos is similar to Rauk is in the passive. Rauk has the Annihilate passive, which gives him an additional turn if he kills a unit, right? Carlos has the Improvise passive, which lets him steal attack power from people who die, but then he also gains a turn. But it doesn't matter who. If it's an ally or an enemy, he'll get a turn. So hard 84 is Tiana and the Dark Minotaur. So that one's kind of a good news because you don't need to change up too much. What I would do for that one, let me jump on and actually look at your account to assist you. I would do Sig if you don't have Tyrone because it's good. Oh my gosh, you've got an Elenoa. Oh my god, that's so amazing. You've got Elenoa. That's so cool. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to close the door real quick. You have an Elenoa. That is so awesome, dude. I would run Sigmaris for the CC, the crowd control. Fran and Lauren. Lauren is great because she can reduce attack bar and make sure essentially someone never gets a turn. You can run Veromos as another crowd control unit, and then you can still run Rika as yet another, actually. I don't know if that's already the team that you're running, To me, that would actually be pretty good. Now, in an ideal world, I would like to recommend that you use Tyron, the water sylph, though I don't know if you have one. Oh, guys, this guy is really good for TOA too, actually. I don't think he gets enough credit for his PvE appearances, because you can totally use him there. Ruka says, I run Tyron, Wusa, Iris, Sath, and Water Homunculus, queued to use AoE dots. Hey Evan, I was on the phone at work. Can you review my TOA team because I can't beat hard past 70? My username is Black Dragon 18. Absolutely, yes. I'd love to help. Oh, it is. Sorry guys. I don't think that there's a Tyrone here. I've been searching far and wide. So what I would do instead, I would do what I first recommended. I'd do Sig, Fran, Lauren, right? Veromos for additional crowd control, and Rika. I think that's actually a pretty decent team for the most part, but I would like a Tyrone as your leader. Let's keep looking. Oh, that was kind of a weird one. That one, you know, honestly, that was a strange one. It doesn't normally hesitate like that, does it? How do I get my account reviewed for assistance? Honestly, what I try to do is I just go in chat channel 9. I just try to help as many people as humanly possible before the stream time ends. I only get like an hour 20, hour 30 to stream, so it's like I try to just go real quick, you know. That's honestly it. And I know that we had some people who were asking for Europe as well, and Asia. Oh, Rank Red says when Asia account review. Wait, I swear I put 9. I swear I put 9. Texas. Me. What do you need help with, Texas? Tell me what you need. Tell me what you help. Schlapu. It's first time in stream. I'm back playing now after a long time. I don't know what I was doing anymore. Need help. Welcome to the stream, first of all. I'm so glad that you found your way here. Whoa. Frigate and Leah? Dude, what a comp. What a comp for, that's awesome for Arena. That's super cool. Although I guess you don't really need a booster for Leah, right? She's going to be so fast. So you don't remember what you were doing. Well, you were probably doing Giants looks like a good place to go. This is a good team. That's the starter team. I would just do a couple changes if you want to go for the Abyss. I would take out the Lauren, take out the Fran. Instead, I would use, and I'd take out Sig. So Veromos is your new leader, Bella Dion is another support, and then the last one could be Shannon the Wind Pixie. I'll say that one more time. Giants Abyss, Veromos lead instead of Sigmaris, Bella Dion instead of Fran, and then instead of Lauren, you can run Shannon. And then that'll get you through it, right? So that'll get you through it. Now, as far as speed, that's a little bit of a different conversation, but I think getting there is the most important thing to do. You're already clearing TOA, which is awesome. You want to make sure that you keep doing that. I think the first recommendation I'd give you is join a guild. If you're not in a guild, absolutely join one. You can just get rewards. If you want to participate in guild content, that's perfect too, because people will appreciate it. It's a really fun way to engage with people and like test out your stuff against other folks. But like, I would do it purely just for the rewards. I think it's actually worth it. And then you can start trying to summon for Ifrits as well, like a Kamamir, the Wind Ifrit. Is there anything else that I'd recommend doing? You've already do raid level 5, which is great. We could try to push some of these Rift Beasts up to SSS as well. There's actually a video that we have on the YouTube channel for this. It's the free-to-play guide to Rift Beasts, and it talks about all the gimmicks and what you need to do in each one. I would check that out because I think there's a few changes you could make that'll help a lot. Your Fire Rift Beast is kind of getting the idea, but I think that the twins may not be super needed, or we could swap out one of them. Ice Beast is along the path, but it's notably missing some Mav and some Ergar for these. Maestro, this is Clarkston from YouTube. Feel overall lost on my account. I have Mons, but I feel like my runing might be off. Well, let's go look. Let's see what's going on. So you've got Abyss normal. You're doing Tricaru, which is good. It's a little on the slow side. It's a little on the slow side though, so that we can take a look. Yeah, 13 speed, 35 speed, 23. Not that like, not to say that your full effort should be necessarily on the Tricaru team anymore, because of the Abyss. Sorry guys, let me just, I'm just giving feedback on a text message my dad texted me, so I just wanted to give it a little thumbs up on it real quick. Also, are these pulling all the units? Oh, they are, because they've got determination set, so you should be okay. Okay. Not that Tricaru should be your main point of focus because of the Abyss teams, but I think your Tricaru team might not quite be up to snuff just yet. Because so first of all, your Ver definitely needs to find that last 4% on crit rate. We definitely need to get that last 4%. Oh, and some of these aren't grinded, which is good news, because that means that there's room for improvement there. But that's not going to solve the crit rate issue, because there's no crit rate grind. So try to find those last 4%, and we need to speed up these Icarus a little bit. So Icarus don't necessarily need to be fast, but they can't be this slow, if that makes sense. Your Icarus should aim to be around 50 to 60 speed. That's kind of what you want. Let me look in chat. Sorry guys, I kind of disappeared from chat. Plague XYZ, basic overview to get into mid game. That's a great question. We can do that. Like something's off with the runes. I think maybe there may not be enough. I'm noticing everybody's really slow. This Melia is pretty fast. Here's the 2, but the 100 is the highest speed that I've seen. I think what I would, so sometimes a refresher on like speed's use is really important. It's like, because not only does speed dictate turn order, right? This is an oversimplification. But not only does speed dictate turn order, it also loosely translates to more turns. So the more speed you have, the more turns you take. So if your monsters are slower, right, then that means that you're not getting as many turns as you necessarily could. When it comes to dungeons, you want most of your monsters to be a minimum of like 42 additional speed for something on a damage dealer. So like, let's take Crow, for instance. Like Crow, right now, the boss is moving ahead of Crow if he's in a dungeon. So that means that like, once it comes to like your Fran attack buffs, your Lauren defense breaks, everything is down to the wire, and now it's time for Crow to deal his big damage. But before he does, the boss moves, and now he has an opportunity to hit Crow before Crow even takes a turn. So if you can get Crow above that 40-ish speed threshold, and again, I'm just using Crow as an example, this should be kind of an illusion for most of the account, right? If you can get him above that threshold, now the comp, all of a sudden, the synergy pops out. It's like, I've got my attack buff from Fran, my defense break from Lauren, and then Crow comes in with big damage. So chat is also helping with this too. Yeah, Garv says speed helps you get more turns. Speed is the most important stat, and attack bar increase is the most powerful skill effect in my experience. That's from Ruka in chat. I would say that that's not far off to say. So basically, you want to make sure that you're giving your monsters enough speed so that they can contribute. So I think if there's something that might be going wrong, and I know that this is kind of it might be overwhelming because I'm talking about monsters, like a lot of monsters, but what you may want to do is you may want to go in and just look at your team comp. Like, look at your Giants team and see, it's like, are they fast enough? Like, the Fran and the Lauren are probably fast enough, but I would say that the Veromos and the Crow aren't. Chen, time for a sponsored question. I want to spend a little bit on SW. Any pack recommendations for the most value? So funny, dude. Schlafu. Okay, so Schlafu, what did you say that you needed some help with? Let me know what's going on. Clarkston says, thank you. Absolutely, dude. Anytime. Happy to help. OT says, get the efforts if you don't have them all. Big time. Yeah, I forget who it was that I gave the advice to join a guild, but if you're not in a guild, you should join one as soon as humanly possible, so that way you can start summoning for the Ifrits. All of a sudden, the Wind Ifrit Akamamir is like super valuable. Just an overall account review. You got it. We can just take a look. So you're clearing the Giant's Abyss. You're clearing the Dragon's Abyss. But I think that these are a little bit slow. We could probably speed these up. We could probably speed these up a smidge. Love the Veromos. Not as big into the Darien or the Fran for that matter. I think Darien should be Shannon. I think Fran should probably be Bella Dion. Darien could also be Royd. If that's totally up to you. Royd is a great option for defense break. But to me, the reason why I like the Bella there, or excuse me, I like the Shannon we talked about. Attack buff is great. Defense buff is great. She applies glancing, which protects your team. So in a weird way, she's actually protecting your team better than Darien can. And having Bella Dion instead of Fran is great because it reduces the number of multi-hits on your team. And he also has a smart strip, so that means that once the boss applies attack buff, only when there is a buff to remove, Bella Dion will attempt to use skill 2 and remove it. Dragon's Lair. For the Dragons one, I think you're missing one more strip option. Or what am I running? Well, I think I love that. I really do like the Spectra though. Yeah, I like the Spectra, which is it's great. But this lengthy time tells me that he might be applying an immunity and you don't have a skill available to remove it. That's what it's telling me. Love that you're doing the Tricaru team on Necro. That looks great. The only thing is that you don't necessarily need Verd on this one, but it's honestly this is a good time, so don't change anything about it. Nice SR team. You might want to think about 2A Rauk for some of these. Oh, you usually go right tower first for dragons? I would try to go mid. Try to go mid. And you could always put in another strip if need be. But yeah, this is looking really good. I think you've done a nice job with the account. The Light Beast, I think maybe we could adjust a few things, because like I think there's the multi hits from well, I don't know if it's working, don't change it, but I really like Talia and Sabrina, because Talia deals so much damage that she can ignore the gimmick. Isn't that crazy? The gimmick of this boss is supposed to be avoid multi-hits, but she deals so much damage that it doesn't matter. I think that is so crazy. That's awesome. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps with the Abyss and stuff. Ragnaros, been playing for a few weeks, can't clear TOA just yet. You have a great crowd control monster with the water puppeteer. If you can't clear TOA just yet, the problem might be crowd control. You could use this in Veromos, actually. You could use Veromos, this, and then go with like, oh, and Second Awaken Spectra is really good for TOA. I like Veromos because of the skill 2, because if you can stun people, then that's a win. But if you don't stun people, then you reduce attack bars, and that's not too shabby. So the worst case is not bad. Like Veromos, Fran, Lauren, Verd, and this, like that is super slow, but it'll do it. Like the first couple clears of TOA are gonna be slow. You can always go for a dot variation as well once you Second Awaken Saf. But I think a control comp that's a little on the slow side is totally okay, at least for your first run. You know, because your main point is like, I want to clear. Also working on Lynn for GBA Heart, awesome. That's a great move. I think Lynn is really, really strong there. I'm happy to see her return to the spotlight. So Veromos and the water puppeteer, Zabala, I think these are great monsters because of that crowd control, right? So I think that it might be worth it to run both of them. Verd is great. If you rune him on damage, he can also be your damage dealer. Oh, he is. He's a little on the slow side, though. He's a little on the slow side, but like, you know. Yeah, he's definitely slow. Might even be too slow. Might be too slow, to be honest. We could speed him up a little. 3 sets of blade runes is kind of a cry for help. I know. Oh, and this isn't ruined either. Oh, actually, it is ruined. For Fran, I would not rush to Violent. Don't rush to Violent. There's no need. Instead, what you want to do is you want to go for Swift in the beginning. Because if you don't have access to good Violent runes, then you're just going to end up slowing your own progress for her. Hey, Dudono. No worries. Better late than never, dude. I'm just glad you made it. The Lauren is looking better, but she's low on HP. For her, you definitely want to do like speed, HP with accuracy in the substats. And we need this to be tankier. So your homework is to kind of reevaluate the way that you've got some of these ruined. I would maybe tackle this HP stat for these two first, because they're going to be the support units I'd recommend there. I think Veromos is looking fine for TOA. Like, he's looking fine for TOA. We can come back to him a little bit later. Zibala, I would like faster. You could put him on Swift too. And I think Verd is going to be your damage dealer there, so maybe keep that in mind. We've talked about progression a little bit. Let me look around. I know that Plague has been waiting for a little. I don't mean to skip over people, but I see a couple questions that we've talked about a lot, so I want to see if I can help. So Plague, I know that Plague has been waiting. Would you guys use Varad or Tyrone for TOA hard? If you've got a Varad to use, I would use it. I don't see why, using both is great. In Black Dragon, I'll take a look at yours as well. Nice records. So XYZ, what are you using right now for your team? Are you using something that's kind of like a dot team and then swapping over to just damage? Oh, this is good crowd control. This is crowd control too, actually. What server are we on? We're on global. We're on global right now. I might have to do something where maybe I start on Europe next time. Pan says Spiritual Realm B10 tips. We've really only talked about one comp so far, but I think it's a pretty good comp. Verd, double 2A Raoaks, Seek, the Fire Hellhound, and an Aster. You're trying twins at the moment for TOA. If you're having a hard time getting through TOA like that, really, like, Trial of Ascension is more about crowd control than anything else. Like, I really like seeing Veromos is used in there. I like Sigmaris in there too. I really like using both. This is awesome for TOA. I think this could be your damage. You could bring Verd. So you could do Verd. This, kind of low on the crit rate. I would maybe take out this accuracy rune. Because he's only trying to land one thing, you know. I mean, well, it's two things technically if you count the attack, the attack break. But like, I don't think he needs 99% accuracy. I would prefer a different stat there. I think I'd like it if that could be a rune that would maybe round out your crit rate a little bit more. You know, like maybe some HP and then round out the crit rate and the substats, something like that. Like that, but that's just me. You know, you do you. So you could do Spectra, Verd, Fran, Lauren, and then a Tyrone would be so good here. Oh, this works too. Frost would be great. Once upgraded, or technically Cardinal, I guess, as well, but I would really like a Tyrone there. Oh, you've got a Varad in it. Oh, this is what we're talking about. You can use Varad. Dude, you could use... Oh, dude, one of these would be awesome there. Whichever one you're going to do. Oh, come on. Man, every time, I swear, I've never hit this bug so much. Again, guys, if you haven't scanned that QR code yet and you think you can make it to the Chicago meetup, do so. Guy had a Varad back there, dude. He had a Varad. Isn't that crazy? Ooh. Oh, man, it's almost like I'm sleepy or something. Whoa. What were the changes to the Abyss floors? I see a bit more drops of those intangible rooms. Yeah, dude, and like... there's a lot higher, there's apparently a way bigger chance for purples, dude. I'm getting like nothing but purples and legends. I got some really good runes yesterday actually, but like they changed the drop rates. They also adjusted the evolution cost for the new evolution system. They adjusted the mana cost for upping runes up to +12. So 15 is the same. but you shouldn't be plus, you know, you shouldn't necessarily be plus 15 in runes to see if they're worth keeping, right? Let me see here. I'm looking for... Oh, you're welcome, XYZ. Absolutely. So I'm looking for Black Dragon, right? So Black Dragon 18 mentioned that they needed help. Any tips for general progression, says Drez? Like, for general progression, I really think that hanging out in Giants is super important. Like, getting that foundation of runes is so good in prioritizing clearing TOA. Ooh, this is really slow. This one's really slow. You could actually do a safe team that's faster. You could do Veromos. You could do the one that I've been talking about, the one that I use. Let me just show real quick what I use. Again, like this team. Oh, actually, well, I mean, I just kind of swapped to this. You could do something that is like, well, actually, I do really like a common mirror. We'll keep a mirror in there because a mirror is also farmable. You could do this, like that's an option, right? You could do that. You could do this. You could also do this. Though sometimes we're getting more and more dangerous every time we do this, right? Like this doesn't run a healer per se. Well, you guys know that I think Shannon is definitely a healer, and that would end up being actually faster. That would end up being faster too. That's the funny part. Worst noob on Summoner Sport. What a name. Review my 9-year trash, bro. What's going on? Where are we? Why did I find like the self-deprecating circle in chat channel 9, bro? This looks great. What are you talking about, dude? This trash. It says this trash. It looks great. You're doing an awesome job. You guys do great. Oh, wait, but what's going on here? No rune dungeons? No ancient dungeon farming? I bet, dude, is your dimension hole energy at 100? I feel like it might be Veros main heals DPS. Got Shannon. Yeah, Shannon heals. Yeah, the economy or lead is nice. For real, actually. Josic, I accept. Friend added. I accept. Texas, trying to complete dimension hole for progression scroll. Help me, please. Oh, trying to complete the dimension hole? Do you mean like are you trying to do the dimension boss right now? The dimension predator? 10 minutes! Bro, you survived in the abyss for 10 minutes? I think we saw a 13-minute one too, didn't we? Yeah, I think we might have seen like a 13-minute run. I just heard a whistle. Hey, my dad's outside. My dad's outside. with my family dog. Whoa, wait, 13 minutes for Dragon's Lair? I didn't even look down, bro. Oh my god. Okay. Wait a second. We need to talk about what we can do here. Hold on. Your dad wants some GB10 tips. Oh, but I mean they're like outside. They're like outside. 1 hour abyss. How do you even survive for that long? Okay, guys, let's talk about this really fast. Dude, let's talk about this. Hold on. Okay. So for dragons, no, I don't even know where to start, bro. Okay, for the giants one, let's start with giants. There's way too many multi-hits here. There are only 2 units on this team that don't multi-hit with Mav and Riley. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start over with this team. We're gonna take them all out, okay? We're gonna take all these units out, and we're gonna add more damage because right now Dom is the only damage dealer. So we're gonna do Veromos. We're gonna do Veromos. Okay, hold on. Let me go in. I'm honestly so surprised that you were able to stay alive for that long. Like that's awfully impressive. Okay, we're gonna remember that you have Sigmaris because will we see Mustache Evan ever again? Probably not. Probably not. I hope not. For my sake. I didn't even like being Mustache Evan. Dude, now Mustache Evan is on my ID. I wish it wasn't, but it is. I have a mustache in my ID, and I really wish I don't. Ah, God, I hated that mustache. But yeah, I was, yeah. I also, thank you, Swagster. I also like no mustache Evan. You know, dude, you might get Evan who's like streaming like later in the day sometime, and you know he's got a little 5 o'clock shadow, but you know nothing else. None of the second set of eyebrows that I had before. None of that. We're gonna remember that you have Sig because Sig is technically usable. I don't like Sig as much because his damage scaling is a little lower. You could do a, oh, Bernard is also not unusable in this dungeon. Crow is not unusable in this dungeon. Shaman was actually used for the record by Genesis Prime. Shout out to Genesis Prime. Posts amazing PvE content all the time. Oh, Leica. There we go. That's okay, perfect. Okay, so we've got our team basically. So what you could do, wait, is there no Veromos? Where's the Veromos? Where's the Veromos? I feel like I would have pointed it out. There it is. We'll do a Veromos lead. We'll do a Veromos lead. We'll use Leica as one of our damage dealers. Right? Right? You're following. We're together on this one, right, chat? Right, chat? Oh, heck, you could actually do Sigmaris. So you could do Sigmaris lead, Veromos, Leica. Okay? Then we're gonna do. I mean, heck, if you're using Leica, you could technically use Fran, probably. You're listening? Chat's hungry. This is for Giants Abyss. Talking Giants Abyss right now. You might actually be able to get away with Fran if you're using Leica, to be honest. But I still prefer Shannon. Let me be on record and say that I prefer Shannon for this dungeon. And then you could use Belladon as your healer. Okay? Sig, Veromos, Leica, right? The Fire Dragon Knight. Okay, then Belladon and Shannon. I think that's a team that'll do it. I think that'll clear, right, guys? So if you're newer to Summoner's War, if you're newer to the game and you haven't seen this yet, so Leica is a cheat code for Giants for 2 reasons. He is incapable of glancing. That doesn't mean he's always going to crit, so you still need to rune him on crit rate. But like, here's the thing. Well, you need to rune him with crit rate. He's going to land attacks regardless. The boss can't kill him. The boss is basically incapable of killing Leica because it takes 5 hits to kill Leica. He can only take 24% of his maximum HP as damage in one given time, right? And then his first skill heals him. So that means you're constantly healing above the threshold that is capable of killing him. So that's it. There we go. There we go. That's the comp for Abyss. Wait, you didn't even ask about Abyss. You were asking for TOA. Ah. Sorry, dude. Actually, the comp can be fair. It can be semi-similar. You need crowd control for TOA. If you don't have a Tyro in the water sylph, you can use Sigmaris. You can use Zibala. We talked about. I really like Verd for turn cycling. Long story short, Leica OP. Dudano says we don't need any more crossover. I like crossovers. You don't like crossovers? I like crossovers. I like crossovers, guys. I think it's good. I also love two-way rogue for TOA hard, to be honest. You don't necessarily need to use it. Oh, it was Dimension Hole. That's right. What did I use this month? Guys, what did you use this month? I think I used... I'm pretty sure that I... Wait. What did I clear with? Can I go see what I cleared with? Dude, JJK collab would be insane. Dude, oh my god, Valenchan, dude, that would be crazy, bro. That would be crazy. I would love that. Maharaga in Summoner's War. Dude, imagine. That'd be so insane. Okay, so I think I actually ended up using Lucian. You need an AoE. I like Cocky as the AoE, but I actually think I ended up using Verd. I think my end comp was like Lucian, Verd, Vigor, Second Awakened. I think I used Lauren, and then I used Riley. I believe that's what I used. No, they couldn't have been Riley. Couldn't have been Riley because I already used a Lucian. Because you can only use one of each element. What did I use? Hold on one second. Let me go back real quick. What did I use, guys? Let's look here. So this looks... Yeah, maybe I did use this. Maybe I did use a Fran. Why do I have like no memory of using Fran? I also really like the ones that use Veromos though, because Veromos like that auto cleanse on the dots is even more valuable. Maybe this might actually be what I use. The one at the top, guys. I think I used this one. Verd, Vigor, Fran, Crow, Lucian. I think that's actually what I use for the dimension hole. Okay, we've got time for like 1 or 2 more, guys. Hold on 1 second. Black Dragon, I'm here. Okay. Tell me what you need help with again. So sorry, guys. I wish that I had more time to hit on everybody's island, but like I may not have enough. Anytime, Texas. And remember what I said for the Abyss. I think that'll help. Raven Dusk says, "Woo, Wind Osira, high five him 4 times." Oh, Miso Twin. That's pretty funny. Cowlick. TOK is just Evan training his replacement for the streams as Violin Chan. I would never, though. I do think that Katie can make it so that I would love to one day do a video with Katie. I think that'd be fun. We could get her on a guide. That would be fun. TOK wouldn't be TOK without Evan. Thank you, Swagster. Thank you, Swagster. That's nice. Yeah, no plans. I have no plans of leaving you guys. It's purely for the content, because KDA, I knew y'all would like KDA. Black Dragon, please remind me what you needed help with, my dude. I don't know. Again, I think we could speed this up. I see a lot of... Oh my gosh, dude. Ruka, don't even get me excited like that. Oh my gosh. That'd be so sick. An MTG crossover. It's gonna be me tonight. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Every time, it's so funny seeing TOK in the chat, because like I keep, my mind reads it as TOTK, because I'm playing TOTK right now, Tears of the Kingdom. I see a lot of people using Shaman, or I'm sorry, Spectra, but I think Shaman would be better. That's where I was going with the sentence, just because Shaman doesn't have the chance to glance, which would be really nice. Crucial Dudes is the name of the guild, which is really funny to me. Just posted the link to the survey one more time. Wow, these are some great monsters. I was just using this in Dragon's Abyss, actually. I was just using this guy. He is kind of cool on the way up to the boss, right? And let me tell you why. Here's one of the reasons why I like him. If you're using the comp that uses Martina and Deva, right? The crystals are actually pretty threatening to Martina and Deva, right? Because they're neutral, so they'll attack anyone. But Belial consumes half of his HP on this attack, right? So that means that the crystals are inclined to attack whoever has the lowest HP threshold, or the lowest HP rather. And that's a determining factor for their priority targeting. So if he's at 50% health, they'll attack him and not the twins, which is really nice. Which is really nice. Endurance, Evan, I will say I love the changes to artifacts. Been farming those for a bit, and I already got so many useful ones, dude. I'm really happy to hear that. Guys, I hope y'all like the changes that are being made to the game. Like, I really hope you like it, and I think the adjustments that were made in 8.0.1 was really nice. Yeah, so Derek Hill, before you go too crazy on the Water Demon, though, I will caution you that right now I actually swapped him out for Veromos. I've swapped him out for Vero. Isn't that crazy? I actually opted for Veromos. I think Veromos is really good. I actually did swap him. Just because I was like, I want this to be really safe. And it also kind of makes it a little further... I try to do it mostly free to play, and I was like, so, you know, it's like Martina is not free to play, but like she's the only non-free-to-play monster on the team now. So now in a video, I can be like, oh, if you've got Deva and you happen to have Martina, you can do this. And she's the only non-free-to-play unit on the team. So Black Dragon, admittedly, I low-key forget what you were asking. Is this the account that was asking for help on TOA hard up to 70? Is that what this? No, I don't think so. This account is too far along. This account's way too far along to be, I think. Though maybe. I mean, I could answer that question regardless. I feel like TOA 70 was, is that Veromos or is that Ciara? Ciara's 90, right? Jealous. Oh, dude, this is such a cool looking monster. Such a cool monster, bro. And so thematically appropriate, dude. So, oh, look at this Super Saiyan. Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind. That's so awesome. Yeah. Dude, I've been summoning so hard for these. Regardless, yeah, I think so people are saying they think that he needs a buff. I agree. I just am in love with the aesthetic. It's so dope. And then I also think that the skills are really, I already went on a rant about how cool I think it is that they lower attack power and they apply up Rand, because it's like that is like indicative that like you are way more powerful than the people who are attacking you. It's like not only can they deal less damage, but they take more damage from you when you're in your Super Saiyan like ascended form. I just think that's so thematically awesome. Okay, so oh, whoops, sorry guys. I think I didn't mean to tap that on OBS. I'm like trying to tap it on OBS. I'm Mau in chat. Oh, I don't know what to build for the new Abyss dungeons. So I think so Black Dragon, I'm so sorry that I'd forgotten what you needed some help with. If I have friends, Slinky, let's go. Friend added. Nice. What unit should I build? I think this is a really good question. So let's answer this real fast. Let's see what you got going on right now. Got the Naomi, which is great. So let me talk about this for a second, chat. I don't love Fran Lauren. I don't love Fran Lauren for the Abyss. They're still amazing for B10s, and they're still amazing in a lot of places in the game, but the fact that they both hit 3 times on skill 1 is a huge detriment to your team, and it stands to put everyone at risk. Before, it didn't matter because they were always ruined to be tanky so they could take the hit. But now that it hits the entire team, you're going to want to replace them. So here's what I think you should do instead. I think you should probably build Shannon the Wind Pixie and a Bella Dion if you're going for very safe, right? Veromos is super key if you haven't fused one yet, which he might be in storage. There's a Shannon the Wind Pixie right back there I saw. Her Second Awakened is awesome. I would fuse Veromos as soon as humanly possible. I would fuse Veromos. I would run him, Shannon. I would run Bella Dion, and then for your damage, you can also bring a Naomi if you'd like, and you can do Crow. That can be your damage, or you could do Naomi and Hrosvelg, so that way you get the speed buff and a branding. I think those are probably really good places to start. Real quick, let me just get this started, guys. This has been so much fun. I really appreciate you guys for hanging out today. I'm sorry, but I'm actually over my threshold of time, but I was really enjoying hanging out with you guys, and I wanted to help as much as possible. If I didn't get to you today, I know that we didn't make it to other servers. I do these fairly frequently, and also I do want those Trial of Katie streams to be a place where new players can come and ask questions, or if you're struggling with a certain part and you just need more eyes on your account, I'd love to help you with that, and you can kind of progress with her, with us. So I hope I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Stay tuned to the channel. We got a new video coming out. It's actually going to be the top 9 content picks in RTA, which should be pretty fun to watch. Again, that's on the channel. If you're on Twitch, stay with us. We're going to raid somebody. Bye, everybody. See you next time. Probably prioritize building both Fran and Seth. You should even go so far as to second Awaken your Saf. He is the hinge point for the famous Dot team, the hyper-efficient team used for Giants B12 clears. And Fran, because she can be used in the starter team as a healer and a ton of other places in the game, or she can also be a substitute leader for the Dot team if you don't want to go the route of using either Veromos or Lucian. Lucian will probably be later. This is a start. These are starter tips. These are new players watching this video, presumably. For how to rune Fran and Saf, check the aptly named videos on the YouTube channel, How to Rune Fran and How to Rune Saf. For the fourth tip, there's a segment in that Summoner's Way questline that asks you to clear a stage of Tartarus in hard mode. You can actually do a time limit floor for that, and as long as you clear above wave 10, it's going to be considered clearing a hard stage. The next tip is farm artifacts no matter what floor you